How's it going, guys? Welcome back to another Tressa's Collectibles gameplay video. My name is Mike, and joining me today, as always, is Randall, aka Shizukatz.
What's going on, guys?
And starting off our BanG Dream gameplay block, we are going to have our deck profile BanG Dream deck, the 8th door build. So why don't you guys, why don't you briefly run us through what that is?
Yeah, sure. So this deck runs almost entirely new cards from the BanG Dream 5th anniversary set. We're going to be running the level 1 Yukina combo from the intro deck, which has on reverse, discard 1 to search 2 anniversary or Roselia characters, and the level 3 Kasumi, which in my opinion is really well suited for combating a lot of decks in the current metagame, because she has a burn 2 finish that also gives her anti-burn, which is really good against finishers such as Nino or Marine or just a lot of really popular finishers that are running around right now. Now, one of the finishers that she doesn't actually fare super well against with her anti-burn ability is the deck that we're going to be playing against today, which is the Escanor deck.
So on my end, I am going to be using the good old StockSoul choice Escanor build. However, this is going to be fairly different than what we have been used to for two reasons. The first is obviously we are going to be using a new ban list. Right now, 7 Deadly Sins does have the restriction list of 2 choose 1 for the 3/2 little Gilthunder, and then the level 0 Escanor. So the level 0 Escanor, basically, if you want to play the level 3 combo, you have to run the level 0 Escanor because he is the discard cost. Which basically means if you want to play Escanor, Gilthunder's banned. So Merlin is kind of like the next best thing. She has a tri-module effect of on play, you can either salvage a character, bounce one of your opponent's characters, or heal the stock by discarding 1, and then she's an early play if you have 2 or less climaxes. So we're going to be using this card kind of as the replacement, and maybe trying to just hoard this at level 3 and then bounce 1 or 2 of their lanes and then let the Escanors get directs. However, we do lose that crucial top check 3 range that the Gilthunder afforded us. So to replace that, we just run the level 0 King Climax Swapper. And that's the first big change. The second big change is that this is a bit of an experimental build in that I built this to try to accommodate for the upcoming Sword Art 10th Anniversary set. So we're going to be running a lot of Dian level 2 killers. We're going to be running various sources of Power Pump, all to reach that crucial 13 to 14k threshold to beat level 2 Alice. And then in response to that, since we don't have deck space, we are not running the level 2 Meliodas combo anymore, but we are still running 1 copy of the empty StockSoul. So this is 5 StockSoul and 3 choice.
Getting those, still getting a little bit of extra StockSoul to make it easier for Escanors to do some pretty big damage during the late game.
So we'll see how this goes. I have decreased consistency in terms of the number of climaxes I can draw that actually go into climax combo, but in response, I have a lot more play against level 2s.
Which is definitely the upcoming boogeyman.
And also coincidentally just does pretty well against random standby decks. Any standby decks that like Data Live, we featured the 8 standby Data Live build, it will be able to contest the level 0 level 2 Kurumis, make them hand on core. So
one other thing though about this build is that with the inclusion of the Merlin, you do have to accommodate red.
Correct.
And old builds typically would go for yellow-green unless they were already running the Merlin anyway.
Yeah.
So this is going to be a bit of experimentation with the color as well.
The biggest thing being that at level 1, instead of being pure yellow, I do have to accommodate green and yellow. Green if I want to play my, obviously, the level 2 killers, but also I need yellow all the time to play my climaxes. Okay. Let's go ahead and see who goes first.
Alright, I'm second.
Okay. Draw 5. Alright. So against Randall, he is not playing, level 2s at level 1, so I'm going to very casually just discard whatever level 2 killer plans I have.
And then I'm gonna discard 3.
Sure. Discarding the level 3 Kasumi climax. Okay, draw for a turn. Pop the level 3 Merlin. Draw 2. And let's see. Start with the level 0 Escanor, and let's think about character placement. Shouldn't matter. Against Randall, I don't think he runs no middle runners, so I don't run middle runners either. Wait, yeah, I don't. Direct for 2.
1, 2. Take 2.
Mm-hmm.
Draw for a turn. I'll clock the tie level 3. Draw 2. And I'm going to play Yukino level 0 up to twice per turn. When I play another Anniversary or Roselia character, she gets 1,000 power. So I will play another copy of herself and give 1,000 power here.
Cool.
So going into your next attack phase with the 2 copies of the Yukina in my front row, I can use either one of their effects to save the other one to retain 1 card.
Yep.
We'll go ahead and front here for 2.
So that's 3k to my 2. Cancel on 1.
Mm-hmm. And then we will direct attack for 3.
1, 2, 3. Cancel
Oh,
on 3.
okay. 2 cancels.
Right. When Escanor is sent to the waiting room from the stage, I'll activate his effect, pay 1, and choose a Britannia from my waiting room. And let's go with the level 1 Meliodas, which I might level to top check 2 and add up to 2 characters. Only hit 1 actually, even though I double canceled. Yeah. So I am out 4 now.
Climaxes.
Okay, draw for turn. Probably going to clock this level 1 and draw 2. Okay. Let's see. Let's start with the level 0 Gilthunder. On play, reveal top. If it's Britannia, I can marker it, and I will. And then let's play a level 0 Elaine. On play, reveal top. If it's Britannia, add to hand, and I can discard. I'll discard the Elizabeth I just top checked. And second effect, I will discard a Britannia to draw a card.
Okay.
Okay. And then let's play a Gilthunder. Play reveal top, and I will marker it. Alright, this will give me options to contest both Yukinas. Play 2 Elizabeth back row and a StockSoul. So I'm going to activate the Elizabeth first because they activate on the same timing, the stocking of the climax and also the milling of the Elizabeth. So I'm going to activate this one, mill, and salvage a level 0 or lower character.
This is going to put you up to, what, 5, 6 hands?
This is going to put me up to 5 hand. I have 3 right now.
Okay.
Yeah. Level 0. Okay, let's go with an Elaine. Try to have a higher chance of hitting Brainstorm next turn. And then for the second mill, another level 0. I think it's probably fine to just grab an Escanor.
Alright.
Activate StockSoul. And let's see, we'll StockSoul the level 1 Deanne. Since this does stock a level 1 or lower character. And proceed into battle. We're going to declare front.
Okay, I will not use the effect since I can always use this one's effect to save this one later.
Yep, and this way you get to absorb the front instead of having it be a direct trigger for 2.
Take 2.
Okay, and I will declare front.
Alright, I will use the effect. Pay 1, sack this one. Bounce this Yukina back to my hand.
Trigger for 3.
1, 2, 3. Cancel on 3.
And direct with Elaine for 3.
1, 2. Cancel on 2.
Here we go.
Okay, I'm still at 0. Okay.
Yeah, pretty interesting because maybe good for me because your deck doesn't run an on-play Ricky.
Correct. I'm going to start by clocking the level 3 Rui and draw 2 cards. Okay. So those are 4K, 4K, 15.
3,
or 3K, 3, 5, 3, 5, 15.
3, 5, 3, 5, 15.
I'm going to be 4K, 4K. All right.
Yep.
All right. So I kind of drew the nuts to answer this board.
Oh, yeah?
So I'm going to start with the level 0 Yukina that I bounced back. And then I'm going to continue with the level 0 Yukina that I just drew.
You know, I could have sworn I just faced against 2 of those the turn prior.
And then I'm going to play Mocha level 0. And then so this is now 4K, this is now 3K.
Yep.
And then to finish the board, I'm going to play level 0 Misaki, which is a global 500.
Perfect.
So this is now 4-5, 4-5, 2K. so it gets over the entire board.
Nice.
And then we also have great retention on cards going into my next turn, since I can use both the Mocha, who has the on-death effect, and then Yukina, I can do the same thing that I did on this last turn.
I'll put good money that we'll be seeing the Yukina in future turns as well. So
yeah, maybe in my clock though, actually, because
you do need red for a level 1 combo. Huh?
Yeah, currently this is the only red here. I would prefer not to level that. So we might be leveling blue and then clocking back a Yukina, perhaps.
Yeah, sounds like a plan.
All right, let's go into attack phase. So we'll go with the front attack here. 4-2.
1, 2. 2's good.
Front attack here. 4-1.
1's good.
And then front attack here. 4-2.
1, 2. Take it. Level. Okay. Well, we definitely need yellow, so let's go with the aforementioned plan of leveling the Meliodas. And everything is reversed. Okay, draw for turn. Let's see. Consideration here is to not clock. Probably don't need to. We have 13 cards left. One of my reasons for not wanting to clock is also to pay out my level 3 Escanor in the 3rd slot. And by brainstorming, I will probably just hit more climaxes to plus anyways. I think that's fine. Okay. No clock. I'm going to start with the level 1 Meliodas. Discarding the level 0 Elaine on play to search my deck for a copy of itself. And I have been keeping track, so this is my last copy. Thankfully, it didn't get hit to damage.
I believe last turn you
I clocked one yeah.
and markered one?
I clocked one, and then I markered one. I believe my markers were 1-0 Meliodas 3-2 Escanor. There you go.
Okay, thin out the deck before you use your brainstorms.
Yep. Okay. Now we'll brainstorm. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hit 1. Let's see. I'm probably going to take this chance to grab another Meliodas for my next deck rotation. Yeah, that seems like a fine idea.
Makes sense.
And then I'm going to play the level 0 King. And on play, I'll pay 1 and discard a climax to salvage a climax. Grabbing the Elizabeth climax. And activate his second on play effect. Top check 2. And I can rearrange them in any order. Let's see. So the consideration here is I could brainstorm and +1, but then I would refresh 7 because the climax I play would still be outside when I refresh. Alternatively, I could just play the climax and mill my last climax with the climax combo and then use Meliodas to go through extra decks, so I'll have 1 card left in deck and I refresh 8.
I like that idea.
So it's either refresh 7 and have 6 hand or refresh 8 with 5 hand. Given that I don't have a guaranteed way to get climaxes next turn, and I also know what the mills are, let's see. If I grab this and this, I'll probably have to rely on just going into a StockSoul next turn. Otherwise, I might be a bit short on hand. I think I'm being 5-hand is probably fine. Refreshing 8 is good. Okay, we'll stick with this then. We'll probably just leave the Mocha alone and contest the Yukinas. I don't particularly care about giving him the on-death effect anyway, so we'll see what happens there.
Sure.
StockSoul, activate the level 0 Elizabeth, salvage level 0, and then second one, salvage level 0. So gonna grab these to try to basically find climaxes with the Elaine and try to like triple Elizabeth next turn maybe.
Okay, so this is 7 climaxes, 8th climax?
Correct.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in waiting room, and then I'm going to activate StockSoul, stocking. see. Probably good to stock a Gilthunder now.
Are there not more?
I could stock the level 1, but I might want to have the level 1 in deck. Maybe just for the fact that I can mill it for salvaging a level 1.
That's fair.
Gilthunder does have application for top checking though, but I think I have enough top checks readily accessible. It shouldn't be a problem. Alright, let's go into attack. I'm going to declare front and activate my effect first, where I can look at the top 2 cards in my deck. And what do we want to trigger? Let's try to push for a bit of soul, actually. So we're going to trigger for 3. Or, sorry. We're going to put that on top, and then you're going to get a chance to activate effect.
And then same as last turn, we're not going to use the first one since we can always do it on the second one.
Okay, so this is for 3.
1, 2, cancel on 2.
Okay, and then declare front, top check, 2. And I'll put this here.
And then I'll use the effect of the middle one.
Yep.
Pay 1, send this to waiting room, put this back in my hand.
And then trigger for 3.
1, 2, 3. Take 3. And yeah, I think going with the plan I set up earlier, where I clock the Yukina, is a consideration. Check waiting room real quick. I think given that there is a Yukina already in waiting room in case I need to grab it off of something like a Brainstorm or the Rinko level 1, I think this might be okay to level right now.
Okay.
So I think we actually will go with leveling that.
Sure. In the interest of preserving...
Oh, hold on. Is that... That was 6, right? Yeah, okay, yeah.
Yeah, you're good. In the interest of preserving just 1 extra compression by not fronting with this and having it be out, and also absorbing a direct, I'm going to side here.
Yep.
For 3.
1, 2, 3. Out.
Alrighty, here we go.
Alright, stand and draw. Okay, nice. Drew a good card. Let's see. Let's see here. Alright, I can't really play around not going to level 2 in this first deck, potentially. So I am going to be just playing normally. Let's start by clocking... Let's see. I'm between clocking either the level 0 Yukina that I just got back or this card. And this card is potentially really good in this matchup, so I kind of don't want to clock it. So I'm going to clock the Yukina and just hope that I draw some other 0 that I can, like, you know, use this empty back row slot for. Okay, we did not, but, like, it's fine. We'll play a level 1 Yukina. During my turn, she gets plus 2,000 power if I have 2 or more other characters. And then I'll also play a level 1 Rinko. Rinko, I will use her effect, pay 1, and send herself to waiting room to call out the Yukina level 1 from my waiting room and give it 1,000 power times the number of my anniversary or Roselia characters until end of turn. So since I have 4 characters, she gets plus 4,000 power until the end of the turn.
Huge.
Yeah. I'll also rest my Misaki to marker the 2-1. So starting next turn, I can rest the Misaki in my back row to swap it for the 2-1.
It's going to be at level 2. All your characters are going to be getting the global 2k buff. Very, very powerful.
Yeah. So in the deck profile, I did incorrectly say that this card was 1,000 times their own level. It's actually 1,000 times my level. Yeah. Which is honestly probably better. It's better.
It's better for your level 1s and worse for your early play.
Worse for early plays, yeah. But like it's the same for the Kasumi because you're gonna be playing.
The Kasumi is going to be 16k regardless.
Yeah. All right, let's go into our climax phase and play our 1k1 Yukina climax.
Yep.
So the climax combo is when I reverse, I can discard 1 card to search my deck for 2 anniversary or Roselia characters. So when your deck size is low and you're using search combos, there is a consideration to attack with your search combo first so that you can grab specific cards in your deck without risk of triggering them. Sometimes when your deck is larger, you might want to attack with the search combo later so that you have a less chance of triggering climaxes. I think given that the specific card that I want out of my deck, there are currently 2 copies of in my deck, I think I'm okay with attacking with the Mocha first.
Okay.
So we'll front attack here, and this is going to be for 3.
Okay, refreshing 8. There you go. Let's take the refresh point first. 2, 3. 3's good.
Alright, and then we will front attack with this Yukina at 8k for 2.
8 to my 6/5.
2.
1, 2, level. Okay, I think we leveled red now. Should be no problem. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, with the on reverse combo, I'm going to discard this level 3 Kasumi Climax and search 2. And I will grab the 1 card that I wanted, which was the Aya Brainstorm. And apart from that, I will also grab something that I'm planning to discard for the second Yukina's cost, which is the Mocha.
Yeah.
Because the rest of my hand is stuff that I want to keep.
Okay.
Alright, with the second Yukina, she is extremely large. Fronting for 2.
12, right?
Yes.
Cancel.
Alright, and then with the second one, I will discard the Mocha, and I will search 2. I'm going to grab my level 1, and...
I'm sorry, what did you trigger for the last trigger?
I triggered Toko Brainstorm.
Toko Brainstorm, okay.
Yeah. Which would have been the other card that I grabbed, but these cards are all good too.
That's a sign of a good deck.
What do I grab here out of these 3? They're all good. I'm going to grab... Man. I'm going to grab Yukina level 1.
Okay. How many climaxes in Winter?
There are going to be 6 now with this.
Okay. There you go.
Alright, over to you.
Hand size?
6.
Okay. Draw for turn.
And the climaxes that are here are 3 of each. Yep.
Okay. Alright, let's clock an Elizabeth. It's probably the safest option out of the cards in my hand to clock. Okay. Okay. So first, I'm going to play the level 0 Meliodas and discard level 0 Escanor to top check, salvage a level 0 or lower, and I'm going to grab the level 0 King, climax swap.
I wonder if you drew a climax.
And then I'm going to play the level 0
Level
or
one.
level 1. Discard the level 0 Elaine, search my deck. Search my floor for the level 1.
Okay,
And
maybe Mike
I'm
didn't get a
probably going to brainstorm to refill hand, especially since I'm playing over the Melius for the climax swapper.
Okay, how much hand do you go to now?
So right now I have 4 hand.
This Mocha is going to live forever.
Forever! It's no sweat off my back, I guess. Well, maybe this time I will front, given that I'll probably be pretty compressed afterwards. Just to kill your guy. You probably won't be incentivized to use Mocha anyways. Okay, so the order of operations here... Since I think I'm always brainstorming, I might as well just brainstorm first. So I'll brainstorm.
Oh, before you top check 2 with the climax swapper, right?
Correct. Okay, so I hit 2.
Dang.
2 Escanor climaxes, okay. So this would be a great chance to salvage all my level 3 Escanors, except there's none here and there's 1 here, so we'll get something else done.
That was your decision to put it there.
It was my decision. I actively made a conscious decision to try to trigger for 1 more, so it is on me. So, Honestly, the rest of the cards that I want are probably just a bunch of zeros anyways. I could always go for the Nanashi. A bit of a cheeky play.
Well, I mean, if you are going to salvage anything higher than level 0, now would be the time to do it.
Correct.
Because the climax combo
will guarantee salvage me all the level zeros I need. Yeah, I just don't really have a level 1 or higher I want to salvage. I guess I'll just salvage the Meliodas. I don't really foresee myself needing Nanashi.
I think Meliodas is always a pretty nice card to just have.
It's a safe card. Just like the reason last turn, having one will let me kind of ensure that in my next deck rotation, I'll have another one to play. So I'll salvage the Merlin and then the Meliodas, and then play the level 0 King. On play, pay 1. Well, let me double check. Yeah. Discard, salvage. And then on play, top track 2. Sure.
Okay. So the climaxes in your waiting room are all 3 choice, right?
3 choice.
Nothing else?
3 choice.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. StockSoul. I'm gonna mill, salvage a level 0. Grab Escanor, mill, salvage a level 0. Grab Elaine for insurance.
Okay.
Always have the Elaine for insurance.
Do you think the Elaine is better insurance, or do you think getting the King Climax Swapper is better?
I think given that I run 3 choice, it's probably okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Elaine's probably fine.
Alright.
And then StockSoul.
Yeah.
Well, there's no level 0s I want to stock here, so I guess in you go. Going to attack. Going to Frontier. Activate effect.
Oh, climax.
I really don't want to mill more cards. I'm gonna mill more cards.
2 climaxes? Ayo?
3.
Oh, okay. Alright, 1, 2, cancel.
Okay.
2 deck.
Man. I really want you to refresh. I'm gonna side.
Okay.
And I have 2 chances to try to side for 1. I'm gonna top track 1. I'll stay there, side for 1.
Just cancel.
Nice. Alright, we'll give him the +1 in exchange for decompressing him 6 cards. That's no problem.
Alright.
Okay, here we're fronting. Now I don't really care about the Mocha surviving anymore. Chances are, because I'm so compressed, I also will not mind direct because I'm more likely to cancel this. So I'm fronting here for 5.
Okay.
Or 4.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now you have 3 climaxes in deck. How big is your deck? 9, 10 cards?
11.
11 cards. Yeah. It's not the best to cancel with, but you're probably gonna get like 1 or 2 cancels.
Yeah. I'll be happy with like 1 or 2.
Yeah.
3 would be obviously very fortunate, but I wouldn't mind.
Refresh points.
Just 1 or 2.
All right. Stand draw.
Yep.
This Mocha's still here. Okay. Draw for turn. No clock.
Yeah.
I'll play Aya, level 0. And I'm going to... Yeah, I don't really need a brainstorm. We'll play a Yukina level 1. And I drew the climax back.
Nice.
So I will use Misaki's effect. So I rest her, and then she swaps with the 2-1 until end of turn. And then the 2-1 says, during my turn, all of my characters gain 1,000 times my level, which is 2,000 power.
Yep.
And then we will play the climax.
Nice. Nice and smooth.
All right. So now that our deck is big, I'm going to definitely attack with the Mocha first, because I'm not afraid of triggering specific cards in this very large deck.
All right.
And then I just want to reduce the chance of myself triggering climaxes. So we'll go direct here for 3.
1, 2, cancel.
Okay. Front attack here. This is 6-5, 7-5, 9-5, 10k.
Yep.
Because the Aya gives 500 to center for 2.
Cancel. Nice.
With
Already hit our benchmark.
With the effect, I'm going to discard this Maya level 1. And I'm going to search Misaki level 0 to discard for the second one. And Kasumi level 3.
Okay.
Alright. With the second copy, we're attacking for 9-5, fronting for 2, and door. I'm going to get the Maya back.
Okay. Cancel.
Wow! You're so good.
I am just brilliant.
Alright, I'm going to discard the Misaki.
Okay.
Search 2.
Yeah.
The 2 I'm going to grab are the level 3 Chisato healer.
Yeah. Early play 4 or more. Suisei healer type.
Yeah, and I'm going to grab Mocha for color.
Okay. Also a great card to clock.
Yes.
Because she has that alarm effect that can hard remove my guys. And this puts you up to 7.
Yep, 7 hit.
Perfect. Alright. Stand and draw for turn. And obviously that was our last climax. I think there's no harm in clock. Let's see. Do we clock here? Clocking here is probably fine. We can clock, draw 2, brainstorm, pay out the last climax, and then brainstorming the 4 will make those 4 stay out as well. I'm going to refresh 8 again, and again have insane compression.
And then play Meliodas, discard 1, search Meliodas.
Exactly.
I think that we've had the same front row board for the last like 3 turns.
Alright, what are we doing?
Oh, this switches back.
Yeah. You know, I really feel like one of these should have been the bear. It's like Misaki switching into Misaki.
And that's how they did it with the changers from the
first set, the 1-0 and the 1-1, right?
Yeah.
Something like that. But like, this is just double Misaki. It's no flavor.
I have no complaints. Misaki is...
I mean, Misaki is cute, but yeah. Alright, what are we clocking? Let's think. We want this. So between my hand, these two are my considerations for clock. Let's take a look at what we're playing. So we're probably going to have 2 Meliodas here. What's my last select going to be? I'm definitely not having a climax without playing over something else, so... Okay, I'm gonna clock the level 3 Merlin.
I mean, it wouldn't require playing over something. You could Elaine Saka back row.
I could.
Once you get into your next deck.
And holy mother of God, those were some draws. Alright, let's go with the game plan. Brainstorm.
I feel like we're both just getting some really good... What the...
That's where they are.
I feel like we're both just getting some really good draws this game.
Yeah, this is honestly, given that I don't have any climaxes left, those are probably like the 2 best cards to draw. Alright, refreshing 8. That's where the Gilthunders are.
Alright, my turn for triple cancel, right?
Hey. Maybe it is your time? Oh, green. Not that I will need green this game, but nice to have the color. Okay. Start with the Meliodas. I will discard. Well, it depends on if I think I'm going to hit a StockSoul this turn or not. If I think I'm going to hit a StockSoul, I probably want to keep the Elizabeth Brainstorm around. But at the same time, actually, I don't think I'll need double Elizabeth even if I hit a StockSoul this turn. So I'm going to discard the Elizabeth to search. Summon.
Alright, now here's the real question. Is my Mocha living again?
Weather forecast says likely.
This is the most immortal Mocha of all time.
Okay. Brainstorm. Sacrificing the level 0 Elizabeth. The Elaine cost is very different from pay 1 tap itself. It's sack another one of my characters. And per climax hit, oh my god. I can top check 3, add 1. Maybe we're gonna refresh this turn. Top check 3.
It's gonna be one of those.
Indeed. Add that. Top check 3. Add that.
Sir, where are the climaxes?
Top check 1? Dude, I'm chilling. Okay, I'll stop at 1.
Oh, bro. I'm not dealing any damage next time.
Alright, we'll put this here. And
Dare I ask, what's your hand size?
7.
Okay.
Perfect. I'll play my StockSoul and salvage 1 and be at 7. StockSoul. Mill. Salvage level 0.
Not even a climax.
I'm just that
I'm
good.
gonna check your weight real quick.
Mm-hmm.
So there's one choice in here. There is a possibility that he just added a choice off of one of those to his hand, so he's ready for future turns. In which case he would be out 5 climaxes. Currently he's out 4 though.
Okay. StockSoul.
So you're gonna side the Mocha, right?
Maybe just to preserve what we've been running this whole time. Okay. Let's start with a front.
Mm-hmm.
Activate effect. Top check. Stay there for 2.
1, 2. That's not a cancel.
I'm going to front the Mocha here. Okay, yeah. As much as I would, there's probably no reason not to front.
Okay.
Top check. 2.
1, 2. These are still not cancels.
Interesting. And front. 2.
These are still not cancels.
Instead of a triple cancel, that's it. That's a take 6.
All right, and we don't have green either, so we're going to level that, I guess.
Alrighty, your go.
Very interesting. Draw. How do I want to play this?
So you did reach level 3 first. Is that an angle to go for the Kasumis, or?
It's definitely an angle.
It's not an angle we prefer to be in, unfortunately.
Yeah. I have an idea of what I want to do, though. I'm going to start by clocking the Mocha. Draw 2. Hello? Hello? Moshi mosh.
I have a feeling that all this work I put to put this nicely stacked is gonna get unraveled soon.
Yeah. that stock is gone.
But I made it so pretty though.
It's gonna be just as pretty, just with some climax. Alright, first thing we're gonna do is play this level 0 Mashro, because she's gonna get sacked in a sec. We're gonna play the level 3 Lock.
Yep.
So on play, I sack one of my other characters and look at up to 3 cards from top of my deck. Add up one to my hand, 1 to stock, and 1 to waiting room. So we'll look at 1. We'll look at 2. I'm going to add this to my hand and send this to stock. I'm not going to look at a 3rd card.
Sure. Yeah. Very compressed deck. We want to keep it that way.
Okay. Then I'm going to play my Chisato.
Yep.
And then I will use her effect, sending this to the bottom of my deck. And then to round out our board, I will play a level 1 Maya, and in the interest of not going through my deck any more than I need to, I will not use her on-play effect.
Yeah, just a beater.
Yeah. I will rest my Misaki to swap with the other one.
No,
so now everything on my board is plus 3k.
Huge.
Yeah, so my Maya actually kills that. Okay. And now we will go into attacks. I'm going to start with my Lock. On attack, pay 3, stock swap you.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Refresh 4. 3 Elizabeth StockSoul, 1 Escanor choice. Oh, this is going to be fun.
This is the part where I hope you didn't add an Escanor choice to your hand.
Woo, boy. Maybe if I had known that you would go to level 3, I probably should have noticed it. No, maybe trigger some climaxers or something. But like, the top 3 were clean though.
I had like 5 in deck. Like, there's no way.
Yeah, there's no way.
There's no way. And he's level 3.
That's also part of the reason why I maybe considered siding the Mocha, but like you could just play over it anyway, so I was like, whatever.
Yeah.
Alright, so we have 3 more stock to go. We refresh 4. Take the refresh point first. Always interrupts everything. Oh my! Refresh 3. Alright, 9, 10, 11.
And this is for 2, 2.
2's good.
Alright, and then we'll front here for 1, 1.
Level DM.
Okay. And then Frontier for 2, 2 Endure.
Okay.
I'm going to grab
Yes.
Toko Brainstorm because I only have 5 stock, and you need 6 for triple Kasumi, but Toko can send herself to stock to become the 6th stock.
Okay, this is for 2. 2's good. Alright. We'll see if we can make this final turn. It's gonna be pretty sketch though. Stand and draw. Okay.
It's quite a face you're making.
No clock angle. Where are my choices? If they're in like the first 2 stock, I'm in trouble. 2, 4, 6, 8. Brainstorm. There's no way this can go wrong.
Famous last word.
Yeah, there's no way this can go wrong. Okay, okay.
Ain't no way.
No clock. Play level 3 Escanor. On play heal. Play, wait. 2 left in deck. Play level 3 Escanor. On play heal.
Wait, 2 what left in deck? Climaxes?
Oh, because the last 3 was part of the new deck, right?
Oh, yeah.
So because I paid this out in the first 2, and refresh 1.
Okay.
Yeah. Alright. I'm gonna play the level 3 Merlin, and I'm gonna bounce the lock. I'm gonna play another one and bounce the Chisato.
This is rude.
And then I'm gonna play King Climax Swapper.
Help.
Alright. And I'll play Top Track 2.
Did you have that climax or did you...
I drew it.
Wow. I'm dead.
Alright. 1k1.
I'm dead.
Direct. Pay 1. There it is. Discard the level 0 Escanor. 1 5 times.
1, 2, cancel. 3, 4, 5.
Okay. Side.
Yep.
For 2.
1, cancel.
Okay, and direct. Pay 1. Discard the level 0 Escanor. 6. Okay, that's...
1, cancel. 2, take. 3, take. I'm dead.
Okay. There's no more left in there.
What was that? Oh my god. Okay.
Refresh 4. Refresh point 1. Blind stock 1.
Draw 1.
Draw 1. Trigger the last one.
Dude.
But yeah, that honestly that mid game was like so high roll. When I triple canceled and I had 6 cards left in deck, and I clock drew 2. I drew 2 Escanors. I was like, man, I really need to find these Escanors. I had like 2 Merlins and a bunch of zeros.
Hey, look, there they are.
And like there they are.
Okay. That game I feel like was just like going pretty perfectly for both of us until I took 6.
Yeah, until I triple canceled and drew the nuts, and then you took 6.
Yeah.
In a fairly compressed deck.
Yeah, and then even then, like, you had to draw the climax.
I had to draw a climax for sure, and
Yeah.
given that I was refreshing 4 and refreshed 1, the odds were not great. But thankfully, you know, who knows what might have happened, because I did still have like the Elaine as kind of like a backup plan.
Well,
But
like-
I needed to find a climax, and I also needed to find, well, yeah, just the climax, because like
Realistically, you had at most 7 chances to draw the climax because it's draw for turn, or no, not 7, like 6.
draw for turn, clock draw 2, and then if I hit a brainstorm, top check 3.
Yeah, but the thing is that like because of the 1 cancel and the 1 that went into stock off of the new, or not the 1 cancel, the one
refresh point.
refresh point and the 1 that went to stock, you only had 2 climaxes left in your deck. So you have draw for turn, clock draw 2, so that's 3 chances, and then if you hit exactly 1 on brainstorm,
I can check for
you can check
1.
3, because if you hit 2 on brainstorm,
There's no more
There's
left.
no climaxes. Yeah. Just hit.
Thankfully, I was in the position where post stock swap, the only thing I needed left was just the climax, because my hand was double Escanor, double Merlin, double level 0 Escanor, and then the clean climax swap. So like I was like, okay, even if he stock swaps me, she need to find a climax. maybe maybe the previous turn I could have played a bit more optimally by maybe actually going through more cards and trying to find more climaxes to kind of not lose as much to a potential devastating stock swap. But
you already had climax swap in your hand, right?
I did. My hand after the Elizabeth climax combo was just perfect hand.
It was two Escanors, two level zeros.
2 level zeros, 2 Merlins, and then the king. And then the last turn I drew the StockSoul.
Okay. I think I probably would have prioritized the second climax over the second Merlin. Just to be safer.
So you think like the Elaine I should have checked more than the one on my third check?
Well, okay, when did you hit the climax?
The second check.
Was it third card, second check?
It was, I believe... I'm not super sure, but I think it was second card, third check. Second card, second check. And I went 3 on that. And then the last one I hit, I went 1. And then that was the king climax swap, so I just stopped there.
Oh, it was king climax swap.
Yeah, my last check on the Elaine from the hit 3 was the king climax swap on the top one, so I just kept that.
Okay, so you never had an opportunity where... There was no opportunity where you have king climax swap and 2 climaxes then?
No, my checks, I only saw the StockSoul from the 7 checks. Yeah. So then I was thinking like...
Yeah, I would...
Maybe I just mill more here intentionally.
What I would have done was on the third check, when you see the king climax swap, I would have gone 2 more, because if you just see the choice, then you just don't take the king climax swap, and you just keep the choice.
Yeah, possibly. Yeah, that's true.
Because then you just cut out the middleman entirely, and then you don't need to draw a climax later. And then you're just chilling.
Right. Yeah, that probably would have been the better play for sure, but we got there.
Yep.
When things go well, this deck is like really unfair. So I mean, like there was really nothing Randall could have done like those past 2 turns. So
yeah. So as far as the color spread for this build, so I feel like from my perspective, it seems like green is just reserved for like those specific matchups, and for those matchups where you don't need to use these like level 2 killing tools like this back row and the level 2 killer Deanne, you just don't really...
You just toss them all.
Green.
So like...
And you prioritize leveling red.
Yeah. Because you need red all the time, and you need green in only one matchup. Like this deck doesn't run this current list doesn't run the early play Deanne, so it's just like the healer, so you just don't need green period if you don't need to kill level 2s. So it's a concept. It takes a lot of deck slots. Right now I'm running 3 of this, 2 of this. I'm also running a level 1 Meliodas buffer. All to deal with the potential Sword Art matchup. But it can still fit all the other necessary things that the Escanor deck needs, like the climax combos, all the good level 0s, and then the 3 Merlins and like the 2 Elizabeth top checks. So it's a very tight list. Also has to cut counters. But I don't think there's really any reason to run counters in this build, because I'm not trying to protect anything, so...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, in this deck, so like... I had most of the setup in my hand. I had actually been holding 1 copy of this since like the very beginning. And so the idea when you're playing this matchup is you probably don't want to be hitting your opponent to level 3 first, unless you're at like very low 2.
This is probably more of like a 2-turn kill setup, right? Where like the burn 2 is nice, but then the biggest thing about the Kasumi is that she has anti-burn. Plus the next soul.
Yeah. In this particular game, it wouldn't have done anything because Mike was prepared with double Merlin.
Right.
Because in this matchup, being able to bounce these back to hand to prevent use of the 3-0 counter is like top priority. Would you say that it's higher priority than playing second Escanor? Like, if you have the choice between 2 Merlin bounces plus Escanor...
If I knew that you were going to get triple Kasumi plus counter setup,
Like, if you were only able to play 3 level 3s.
3-0? Because the Kasumi doesn't heal, right?
No, she doesn't, yeah.
So
let's just assume 3-0.
3-0.
Yeah.
One of the issues with the Merlin, besides the fact that she doesn't top check, is she doesn't have the crazy soul modification that the Gilthunder does. With the Gilthunder, you can basically swing for like whatever number you want. Like, for example, against a level 2, you can swing for 1, 2, 3, or 4, which is just like really unfair. Against level 3s, you could obviously still side for 1, and then plus whatever trigger you may have.
Yeah, because you look at the top cards of your deck, and then that can determine your trigger, and then you can also front or side with or without ability, and based on whatever trigger you want. Yeah, so
I think not having the Gilthunder makes it a lot harder to actually get lethal if you don't have the nut setup, and especially given that the Kasumi has the -3. Like with the Merlin, you're basically always going to front here now. So then like that just negates it, negates Merlin's swing. So if you only get to bounce once and you also can only play 3 characters, what I might consider is maybe seeing if I can ascertain what my trigger is first, seeing if I can get a direct for 6. If I can get a direct for 6, maybe that changes my line. Maybe I'll have like 2 Merlins and 2 Escanors, and then like the King Climax swap, but then depending on what my top checks are, I'll have different lines.
No, but this is like assuming you can only play 3 level 3s.
Well, yeah, but so either like play 2 Merlins and then an Escanor, or like play 2 Escanors and a Merlin. Maybe depending on the top checks.
Yeah, but it depends on this.
Honestly, not sure. Yeah. That's a really good question. I don't think I have an answer for that
at the moment.
Yeah. It's something that I would probably have to really sit down and math and think about.
Yeah.
But certainly a good exercise in terms of... It's good to envision these kind of things because there are going to be games where like things are going poorly and you're probably going to be like, oh, I took a bunch of damage. I have like 7 stock and I'm at level 3. It's on like the 4th turn and I need to go now. Otherwise I'm going to die.
Yeah. From my end though, given what you had in your hand, there's basically no correct answer because you just either I stock swap you and then what happens this game happened, or I don't stock swap you and you're gonna cancel like everything, and then I don't have my climax anymore for the follow-up turn, and it's kind of
it's like alternatively you could go for the Hail Mary and climax combo and stock swap that turn and try to just like do extra damage with the burn 2.
Yeah, I don't think like a lot of damage would have went through though, and then also my deck state was in a pretty... Because I just like 8-6, so my deck was in a good position where I didn't want to play Kasumis because then you're obligated to go through 3 cards per Kasumi.
So basically it would be the decision between to chance on surviving one more turn and determining whether that percentage of living is higher than the percentage of me finding the climax and having the nut set up. Given my resources, you probably figured that I have like everything already, so I just need to find the climax. So basically the odds of me finding the climax versus the odds of me dying to if you went for the Kasumi, right? Because
which is like 0, like actually, like
because like at 3-0 with that setup, if I double bounce you probably die.
Well, I mean, like double bounce is just like if I have two Kasumis and the lock sock swap, then it's like you just bounce the Kasumis and then like okay, sure. Like if I just have this and you just bounce these, and then it's just like
no, that's what I mean. So it's like what I'm trying to say is, do we value the percentage chance of us surviving when I get hit to level 3 versus the percentage chance of me dying by you going with the Kasumi line? I guess that's what I'm trying to say.
Oh,
because the odds of me dying are probably pretty low from that point, but then the odds of you surviving are probably also very low, right? If I get hit to level 3 and I find climax, so it's just weighing the odds.
Yeah, but like going with this play makes like if you didn't already have another climax, then this makes the odds of you finding a climax like relatively much lower.
Right.
Whereas I think that if I go with this line, I never kill you. Like actually, like I'm not killing you.
It's not happening. Did you not have enough resources to double burn? Or is it more of like you just don't think you can kill me from that point?
I just don't think I can kill you. You are like 2-3.
Yeah, but I was refreshing 4.
Yeah, maybe.
Who knows, right? Yeah. I mean, like in the end, I found the climax and then exploded. But I think it's difficult. I think these kind of decisions, you just have to live with the result. But I think it's always interesting to think about the alternative lines. Maybe in this particular scenario, there was just no helping it. But maybe adjust some numbers, adjust some, stock size, hand size, and maybe the decision might have been different. But it's always good to think about these kind of things. Double think through your lines, double think through the potential outcomes, and weigh your risk, your pros and cons, the risks of taking a line versus, what might happen if you don't. I think that can go a long way in terms of developing from a player that knows how to play your deck into a player that knows how to access risk and get out those wins, even if they're low percentage. Yeah. Anyways, enough rambling. I think that's a good presentation of a lot of the cool things in your deck, and then also just the new list that we came up with for the 7 Deadly Sins build. Coming up, we will have more gameplay for you guys on the channel featuring more BanG Dream builds. We're going to feature this one again and also another cool one down the line. So stick around, and until then, this has been Mike and Randall on the Tressa's Collectibles channel, and we'll see you guys in the next one.
Bye.
Bye.